All right, listen up. Mando whole body deodorant is a game changer. I had a friend recommend this to me. I have not gone back since. Mando works on your whole body. Pits, packages, feet, you name it. It's dermatologist tested, gentle, and clinically proven to control odor for up to 72 hours. That's 3 days of smelling fresh. Mando's Deo Stick is aluminum-free, dye-free, and doctor-developed. It is perfect for long-lasting, irritation-free protection. Need something on the go? Grab Mando's deodorant wipes. 24-hour odor control without needing a shower. It's like a fresh start in the middle of your day. I got Mando products everywhere. I got them in my house. I got them in my shower. I got them in my car. I got them in my studio. You name it. If I go there, I bring Mando. Mando is tough enough for the strongest body odor, but gentle enough to put on all your sensitive spots. Plus, Mando is cruelty-free, vegan, and made right here in the USA. Are you ready to upgrade? Use my discount code to get my favorite whole body deodorant on the market. New customers can get $5 off a starter pack with the code Chael. That's over 40% off, including a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products, and free shipping. Use code Chael at shopmando.com or just click on the link below. Umar Nurmagomedov put out a statement, and he said, yes, Sean O'Malley, I will give you a title shot upon return. I was reading that, oh man, I think I like that. And you got to read these 2 and 3 times. I don't believe that Umar's English is well enough to just put that out. So you got to read it a couple of times, and then you got to not only see what's been written down, but then you play this weird game with yourself of trying to guess what he actually said, which caused them to write that down. So I'm going through this article, and I think Ali said it. I think the more that I've read this article that Ali Abdelaziz said it, which, by the way, is just as good as Umar saying it, in some ways more helpful. Like, if Ali said it, they'll honor it. Ali's the one that's going to do the paperwork, and he's going to negotiate it. He's the only manager you've ever seen pop up on TMZ and start promoting fights. But I think it was Ali, if I just want to tell the story correctly. And look, guys, come back to this, okay? I want you to hear this headline. Umar Nurmagomedov tells Sean O'Malley, I will give you a title shot upon your return. Does 2 things. First off, it implies that he will be the champion. And that is just a dick move. And I like the Nurmagomedovs as heels. They're never going to... I like Islam as a heel, believe it or not. These guys have such a sense of humor. It's the one thing that no one knows about them. They look scary. They look like the club that you're not going to be welcomed into, which is quite the opposite. You go stumble over there at dinner time, you be a total stranger, you will have a plate of food. I mean, just believe me, like it's not what you think. It's not what you think. And they don't use profanity, and they love the G-O-D, so they seem like a group that isn't going to be that fun to be around. And not only are they fun, I think they're heels. The way they look at the sport, Islam told people they need to have their black belts taken away. Do you understand how hot that angle could have been in MMA? Okay, but stay with me here, because he's implying right off the bat that he will be champion. That's great. But he went on, again, I think this was Ali, went on to talk about this is a business. And Sean O'Malley has done more for anyone in this division, has fed this division, has fed this company. And whether he's bringing the belt or he's coming after the belt, that's the one that people are going to tune in for. I like this. I like this. And you want to know where this came from? Because see, Ali, as nice as he's being or as helpful as he's being to Umar and Sean, Ali will get pissed off faster than anybody else too. Ali will get angry faster than anybody else, but he lives by a code. And let me tell you what I think happened here. I'm quite sure that I'm right. Umar got named after defeating Sandhagen, the #1 contender. Umar gets flown out to Las Vegas. He's sitting in such an incredibly powerful and rare position. It is so rare that the #1 contender gets named when a title fight is already signed but has not yet happened. Generally, the fight happens, and then at the post-fight press conference is the first time you even hear a discussion of who's #1, and 99.9% of the time you get the same answer from Dana, which is he's annoyed by the question and tells you, let's see what happens. which is for a number of reasons. First off, before I come and promise you something I can't deliver, have got to go and talk to the guy that won. I gotta then get an injury report from our doctor. I gotta wait 30 days and get drug test result back, which is never pleasing for anybody to hear, which is why I don't talk about it. I then gotta go to the other side, work all the BS out with them, and then and only then can I come and make an announcement, which is why Dana is left with, let's see what happens. It is so rare, and guess what? When Umar got this spot by defeating Sandhagen, that fight was a lot closer than people thought it was going to be. Sandhagen turned out to have closed some massive gaps in what he himself had told us was a deficit, which is his wrestling. Sandhagen does not have a deficit in wrestling anymore. He did the night he fought Aljamain Sterling. He doesn't anymore. All right. I'm sharing this because if you're Sean O'Malley and you're going to the Sphere and you got Merab waiting for you, who my own partners at DraftKings had as a 2-1 favorite. And he's a favorite because of this overwhelming wrestling. And if you get out of that frying pan, you drop right back into the fire with Nurmagomedov, who's going to offer you at a minimum the same level of wrestling. I mean, do you understand how annoying that would be if you were Sean O'Malley? You're not even given an opportunity to do what you do best, which is to influence the crowd and start navigating. Sean never got to do that. He gets over on Cheeto, who's his nemesis, and he ends up doing a $14+ million game. This superstar O'Malley is a bigger superstar than we knew he was, and in that very moment, he knows he's got to draw into Merab. He didn't even have a chance to do what Adesanya does and control his own career. He wasn't even given an opportunity. So then if he can get through Merab, that same opportunity is taken from him. He's got to go right into Nurmagomedov. And guess what O'Malley did? This is the relevance. And this is why Umar and this is why Ali are doing what they're doing. O'Malley said, I love the idea. O'Malley said, that's perfect. He said, that's a monster fight. That's a Nurmagomedov. He's undefeated. That's exactly the match. And he started when he was doing media, taking his opportunity for media. And yes, he built Sphere. Yes, he did. And yes, he built Merab. Yes, he did. But he took a good 20 to 25% and put it into Umar, which he did not owe Umar. Sean did not need to go get a fight with Umar. Sean was the champion. He has one job. Find the easiest opponent for the biggest paycheck. That's it. But he didn't do that. He accepted the rules. He accepted the rankings. He accepted the announcement. He accepted that Umar was next. And so now that Sean isn't the one in the media, Umar is, because he'll be fighting for a title. He is sharing that shine with Sean. It's the right thing to do. It would be a terribly unsportsmanship. No, I'm not going to give it to O'Malley. He's got to climb his way back up when he just agreed to give it to you. I really liked it. I thought it was a great moment. And even if I got my quotes wrong, the article's hard to read. If you guys have seen this, whether Umar said it or Ali said it, it's the same thing. They speak for one another. And they're saying Sean's next. Now, they don't have the full capacity to control that. But when we do talk about rebuilding Sean O'Malley, that is a very difficult puzzle, guys. Feel free to lay out your blueprint. It's a very difficult puzzle because you got two different things with O'Malley. First off, not being champion opens the door to all these guys that wanted to fight him but couldn't get there. Not to mention guys that he wanted to fight but he knew they couldn't get there. Like, do you think that O'Malley really wants to go punch Umar more than he wants to punch Henry? No, he doesn't. He just knows he's not going to be fighting Henry for the title. You think that O'Malley wants to punch Umar more than he wants to punch Dominic Cruz? No, he doesn't. So you could go in that direction. This division has 9 world champions in it. There is no division in the sport. There has never been a division in the history of the sport to have 9 former world champions competing at the same time. So you've got different ways you can go with O'Malley. But if you have a sitting champion of the world, of which Umar is not, but right, we're just talking, who is openly saying, heal up, come back, you're next. Do you understand? All of a sudden that roadmap and all of a sudden that confusing and hey, what are we going to do? All of a sudden it's not so confusing after all. And if we get there, if we get to Umar versus O'Malley, And we get there for the one thing that never gets us anywhere in pro sport, particularly this one, which is old-fashioned sportsmanship. Come on. Come on. That's what the martial arts are all about.